Okay guys, so on today's warm-up, we're going to start with a 100-meter run. After the 100-meter run, right into 30 seal jacks. So we're moving with both of these. And then get into a slower movement with your banded rows. So simply looping that band around the rig and making sure that on each row we're getting the shoulder blade pulled back and leading with the elbow. Okay, so controlling that one. 3 times through that for our warm-up, and then we'll get into some different movements. That first one being an overhead carry. And I always harp on our overhead carries, but really making sure that we keep the arms locked out and making sure that that bicep is right by the ear. We're not out in front, it's right back. You'd be surprised at how many of you might have trouble with this. So if you need to, mix it up where one's out in front and just one's locked out overhead. And when you need to switch, go ahead and switch. We're always going to be doing that overhead carry with that rib cage locked down. We shouldn't be up with that rib cage just the arms are up. We need to lock that rib cage down. After that carry, we're getting into our alligator walks. And it'd be nice to do 50 feet forward and 50 foot backwards, but you can do whatever you're capable of. Keep in the plank position as you are walking either backwards or walking forwards. Either way, we're trying to be still with the body, planked in that body, just the arms are moving. And then after that, we got our 5 man makers. And we'll go through that for our 5 rounds, which is a little bit sneakier than you'd expect. After that, we got our 12 rows and our 10 dips for a little superset. And don't neglect the TRX or whatever suspension trainer row that you are using, just because it's sometimes a scaled movement for a pull-up. It has great benefits. So let's control these, making sure that at the bottom we're staying with that band taut and our core nice and tight. After our rows, we're getting into those dips, and that's going to be for that superset. Following that, we have those split jumps and deadlifts, and the last superset is your Cossack Squat and plank pass. So that Cossack Squat can be a challenge for some because it really exposes where you might not have that mobility. On the Cossack Squat, we're falling down on the feet. Coaches, look for your members' feet to tell you the cues and what's going on with them. The heels always need to be down. And we're trying to get the hips right over those heels. You can allow that other toe to come up as long as the heels are grounded, but it's a great one to gain a little bit of mobility on. Following that is your plank pass. When I do this plank pass, pull it, drag it across, give it some resistance. It's going to make it a little bit harder and also a little bit more effective. So we're in that strong plank position, reach underneath, drag it across. Reach underneath, drag it across. Don't try and speed up through that one because it really takes away from a good exercise. That's it for today.